Yeah, it was.
Nigel was a Rasta.
He said, Jamaican, be crazy.
Yes! That was the first time he came out. Welcome to Pandagasms, and I am your lovely host, Panda!
Panda. Moving on.
No more dancing?
Why? Sure, dance what you want.
I'm kind of tired now. So yeah, we don't have to dance anymore. That's why we're going to introduce my lovely Tima. Hey, baby. Hey, hello, somebody. That's okay. You have nobody here. And then we have my best friend, Mark. How are you, sir?
Old man Wade.
Old man Wade, the lovely god of laughter. Laughter god?
Lord of laughter.
Lord of laughter.
God of stubborn.
One more time.
Lord of laughter. God of stubborn.
What he said. What he just said. We have his lovely wife with us. She's off camera. Introduce yourself, baby.
I mean, I don't have any
Hey, Valkyrie.
names. Okay, that works.
Valkyrie. We have our lovely AV guy, Javi.
What up?
Wolf Von Doom.
Hi, Javi.
What's up, everybody?
His lovely wife, Shen Ice.
What up, son?
She's also off camera. Much love to you. Big Cap is home doing homework. We love you.
Nerd.
Get that education, dog.
Go say hi.
Miss you.
I don't like that high. you was like, hey.
It's what's the thing in the word? It has two different meanings. One word.
Synonyms.
Spelled differently. Two
Yeah,
different
synonym.
meanings. Sound the same.
So, antonym.
Like hi and hi.
Yeah, antonym.
Oh yeah, that.
No, homonym.
Those are opposites.
Homonym.
Okay.
She said, wait, yeah, no. So
Anyways.
as we were talking about Mr. Johnny Depp and his lovely, wonderful ex, I was scrolling on the books of faces today, and a wonderful topic came up about do we judge people by their exes? And all I could do is bust out laughing because I never thought of that. And mad people was like, yes. So I want to know, do you guys judge people by their exes or like, yeah? You do?
Negatively and positively.
Oh shit. I've never thought.
So you say you don't?
I do. I absolutely do.
But no, obviously.
No, because no. I don't know. How do you judge someone by their ex? Because by the looks of their ex. Sorry, it was the looks of their ex.
How they look.
Yes.
So,
the looks of their ex.
so how
Yes.
does, so what is an example of that? Like, run me through that conversation.
Just the way the ex looks.
Yeah, so you see somebody and be like, yo, that person is with that person because they're like this? Like, what is the
Yeah,
Or
judgment?
you'll
that's
see
exactly
someone
what it
and you'll
is.
be like, oh my God, they look XYZ. How could XYZ have been with that in na
Yeah.
type of thing?
That's exactly what I think it is.
So to your point about saying something differently, Amanda, if you said exactly what you said just now, but in a more positive tone of voice, it compliments the person. Like, that person was with that person? Word? As opposed to that person was in that person? Word?
Yeah, I think it works both ways. I agree.
So either way, it's still a judgment or like
Absolutely.
whatever. But yes, I never thought.
Yeah. So on I would say on the negative side, if the person if say if I was one of those people, right, and who I'm dating now, their ex before me, I felt like was like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. That would strike some insecurities to people, like, why me? You know what I'm saying? Like, his girl before that was this, and that. I don't have this, I don't have that. Why is he with me? But then also on the flip side, if she's ugly, like,
Then you feel like he upgraded.
yeah,
Right.
like,
Or
what was you doing with that anyways? Or, you know what I'm saying? I upgraded him or whatever. Or he's doing better. So all the other exes, even though they may have valid reasons to be upset about something, you're just hating because I look better than you, blah, 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 blah. You being a bitter baby mother or whatever the case may be because I look better than you. So yeah, I think more people judge based off of people's exes.
I don't think I ever thought about your exes ever. Maybe I just don't care. I don't think about that shit. I don't even think I thought about that. Yeah.
I think the people that probably do it are the ones that are like very like
lying.
They want to know about it.
Me?
What's your
Everybody
say?
Sorry.
What's your say, Hobbs?
What do I say? I think that like women in society are
Women? Oh, this is a woman thing now?
I think women,
there wasn't even sexes on it a minute ago.
I think women, because y'all also was speaking like, oh, we too good for this. Like
no, that's not what I'm about.
We too good to be judging people.
I'm just saying that part. Crossed my mind.
I know for a fact that the type of insecurity that women have, right?
As a whole,
in this society, right? Whatever. I think that you guys do look at other women as competition.
I judge when someone steps out the relationship, not based off an ex.
No, but that's fine.
That's when I judge.
No,
I would be like, how would that person cheat on that person when they have X, Y, Z?
All right, so let me be real.
I would judge in that sense.
I'm not saying all women. I'm not saying all women, whatever. But I'm saying that like there is in society, I feel like society kind of pits women against each other to the point that no matter what you guys are doing, it becomes a competition, especially when it comes to relationships and your exes and stuff like that. So it's regardless if you feel like it doesn't bother you, I'm just saying as a quiet observer, I feel like the possibilities are strong.
I feel like personally attacked because I'm married to this one.
Well, you're
sorry. I'm judging you right now. You know what? You might be right.
I would say not every woman would look at it as competition.
Right.
I mean,
call it what it is.
Motivation, competition, inspiration.
Or just observing.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't flip it into a positive,
really
but
never
sometimes
looked?
it doesn't happen.
Am I a weird person?
You can't.
But you probably do it subconsciously and don't even realize it.
That's my point.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's what if you're doing it, like if you know if that's a habit of yours, then it's probably a competition thought, right? But like when you're looking at someone else, like, oh wow, like I like the way X, Y, and Z or whatever. Like I want to be more like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably like an inspiration or motivation.
But we're talking about more physical, right? Because the thing was physical.
I wasn't thinking specifically physical. I'm thinking like
looks.
Yeah.
However the receiver interpreted that is on them. But
well, even if it is looks, you could be like, I like the way she got dreads and I want to be more natural. Motivation, inspiration. It's not necessarily competition.
He's had his hand up.
So I just want to say this. Something you pointed out earlier. I think a lot of it actually has to do with insecurities when you on both ends of the spectrum. So if you look at someone, you're like, oh, word, she was so, like, oh, this person was dope. Why the fuck is she with me? Oh, this person was hideous. Ugh, why is she with me? Like, you know what I mean? So I think it kind of works both ways when it comes to insecurities because sometimes you don't really notice, you don't really look at yourself in a certain way as your mate might.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's take Valkyrie, for example. And I look at the person that she is and I'm like, why the fuck is she married to me? And for me, it doesn't make any sense. But to her and her explanations, it goes well. And I've also had friends who have seen me with exes or people I've had sex with and been like, oh, sometimes they're like, why did you fuck that? I'm like, well, I was bored. And then some people were like, and then some people would be like, and then some people would be
he
like.
was like this.
I was. And then
not to me, though.
No, never.
Obviously.
And then like there'd be times where like I've banged a 0 and I've banged 10.
He won't tell us who the 0 is.
I've told you were just too drunk to remember, and I waited for that moment exactly. So and then like I banged a 10, they were like, and it was like, yeah, that's what you should be doing, like you know what I mean? But it is what it is.
When you say it like that, when you guys now say it like the subconsciously part, I have done it. Mm-hmm. I sat here just now and I was like, oh shit. Right.
I think
there have been times I'd be like, well, you know what, that person kind of looked better with somebody else anyway.
No, we have literally gone and seen somebody and you were like, you dated her? I'm like, yeah, I dated her.
Right. You kind of look at
you went to break too long one day. And you were like, you dated her?
Or maybe it doesn't even happen like not necessarily like who says the ex had to be before you? It could be an ex after you. Like you was at someone at one point and whoever they dated after you was like, oh, you went from this to that.
But sometimes that makes you feel good. That's happened to me and I'm like, oh. You went from prime rib to Burger King? Best of luck to you. I hope he's slanging.
So now you gassed yourself up?
Yeah,
As you should.
absolutely.
He's about to put his picture on his phone.
That is some narcissistic shit, and I stand by it.
I'm sorry. He was on screensaver.
So
Narcissistic panda.
I have a picture of myself on my laptop, and when I opened it tonight, Valkyrie commented and said that the picture was very nice. However, her lovely husband felt otherwise. He thought people who have pictures of themselves as their screensavers
It's
on
some
their
narcissistic
devices
shit.
is some narcissistic shit. So I'm just gonna own the narcissisticness. Can't even say the word. Own the narcissisticness of my selfie being on my screensaver. I love it. I own it. It's all right. He's still my best friend. Turn up. Is that? Now that we've gotten past the whole
Hold on, can I look up what narcissist means just so we
Why are you looking that up? Go ahead.
Narcissist.
She's. You didn't think you was gonna find it
That fast, right? His fingers was like.
Oh no, he's ready. It was probably saved in
It's saved as a screensaver.
Yeah, it's a picture of myself.
Yo, he's so stuck on narcissistic people. He makes sure he got the definition ready. So as soon as somebody comes this way,
It's a
let me tell
conversation
you why
starter.
you are narcissistic. Because right here, it says, ready?
Set.
So, personality qualities include thinking very highly of oneself, needing admiration, believing others are inferior, and lacking empathy for others.
That's not.
None of that is you. But when you put that screensaver in there,
So does it have
How
to
does
be
having
all
herself
right?
saved as a screensaver lacks empathy for others?
Right. None of that
because-
describes a narcissistic person. I think you're just a hater and
Because-
don't have a picture
because-
that dope to put of yourself
quick.
on your own screensaver, and now you mad.
Quick, somebody
Yeah,
find
you
a
bad.
definition of a
Well,
hater.
first off,
Mark. Because Sam.
yeah, right next
Why
to-
is it bad to think highly of yourself?
Well, first off,
Like, dog, if you don't think highly of yourself, something's wrong with you, because ain't nobody else out here gonna think better of you than you.
for
Like,
200 episodes, I've been telling everyone I hate myself.
damn, that's what you think, because I definitely don't hate me. I
Let me
wake up
tell you,
every day like, bitch.
When you took that picture, said you
I
know what?
didn't take the picture,
Okay,
actually.
well, someone took that picture. You liked it enough to be like, I look damn good.
Hell yeah!
And at that moment,
I saved it.
you thought everyone was inferior to you. And every,
How? That's
every
my
pic-
laptop.
And every picture in the world is inferior to that picture of you. Therefore,
Bam.
narcissism. Boom.
Wait,
If that's
wait,
how we
no.
sleep
I have
at
a
night,
question.
ride that way.
I have a question.
No.
So
Ask
in
your
order-
question.
No.
honey. Not at all, but if it helps him sleep.
But in order to feel that way, if you feel inferior, you have to think of other people. But if she's thinking of her, looking at her picture, and only thinking of herself, how would that be?
But that's
And then she
in that-
lacks empathy.
in the-
How
yeah.
can she think of other people?
but that's the thing. In one of the
Not
definitions, in one of
necessarily.
the,
Lacking empathy would be having to have you have to have some interaction with someone else to be able to lack the empathy. Right now, that's like self-love mode.
you're messing me up.
My bad. I'm just.
Candace far from
Put yourself
narcissist.
Hey man, and listen, you don't need
On your
280 episodes
screensavers.
of hating yourself. There's enough people in the world that
To
don't
hate
know-
you.
that don't even know you exist
And want to
hate
hate
your
you.
soul
Just for
and
that.
hate your
And guess what?
everyday existence.
And guess what?
You don't need to add to
And
it.
guess what? Fuck them too.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
it is.
but
I'm
not
with
fuck
that.
you.
But no. I don't
You
look.
guys, well, let me tell you guys real quick about my experience in Atlanta Carnival.
Oh Jesus.
Man, listen. Y'all better get a drink.
Her antennas
Because you
went
know,
up for that one.
outside has been closed, and I was itching for
Panda rants.
itching for this.
Yearning for this.
Okay,
For 2
outside,
whole years.
2 years, and I haven't been to Atlanta Carnival in 7 years.
Yo.
7. When my Google photos came up and they were like, I was like, oh my God, it was 7, 8 years ago for the last time that I went to Carnival in Atlanta. And everybody knows my heart is full when I'm at a carnival. All right, so boom. Fly out, we get there, the girls and I. If you know anything about Carnival, you have to pick up your mask. So distribution was on the day that it was. We get in, we get to the mask camp, all of a sudden the addresses change. We're getting different emails of different locations. We get to the first address, they're like, oh, this section is at another place. Boom, we go to the next place. They're like, okay, you can pick up your Juve mask here. But one of the girls' Juve mask wasn't there at all. Like, wasn't there.
Lies.
There was no
Lies
mask.
and propaganda.
Okay, 3 out of 4 of us got masks. So the guy is like, the guy who was in charge, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go pick it up at the next location. It's over there. I'm gonna go get it. Just wait. So we're like, all right, cool. So then he tells someone else that we can just go to pick up our pretty mask at another location because the person the section leader isn't in that space where we're supposed to be.
So there's 2 different kinds of masks.
Thank you.
So one that we would
Well,
get.
technically, there. Oh, okay.
I still
no,
have a
no.
question.
Oh,
Go ahead.
When you pay for these different masks, do you pay for them all at once?
No.
Okay, so you purchase them from different people? In
Yes
different
and
bins?
no. So it's one band with different sections. However,
Okay.
when you do pickup, because it's one band, all the sections
Are there together?
are together
Gotcha.
because it's one band.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
just different sections.
So, can you break that down for the Super American in the room?
Which part do you need me to break down?
The sections and like and all the stuff like that.
So when you play Carnival, you ever see there's different costumes?
Yes.
That's a section.
Oh,
So each
okay.
section has a different designer.
Okay. So you
But
go to
each-
different designer. Each designer has a specific mask that you look for that you specifically purchase.
Right, but they're under one band. So
Yeah.
when you go to pick up, so that's like saying, okay, I have
Panda and
Panda and Associates, but you making a costume, your wife is making a costume, but everybody's gonna come to my house. I am working on
So
that.
hobbies, essentially
Everyone's
like
gonna come
like,
to my house and have their section. So when people come to pick up the costume that they paid you for, you're all at my house because it's my band.
And it's
You just have a
actually
section
fully-
in my band.
and it is fully completely paid when you're gonna pick it up.
So hobby. So she would be like the X-Men. The group would be like
Oh my
the
God.
X-Men in the subsections of like X Factor and so on and so forth that go into it.
Precisely.
Gotcha.
That wasn't even English.
I got
He
it.
had to
I
That was
Right.
like, he had to
Right.
translate it into
Right.
his way to
I
understand.
know.
All right.
I got it now.
So now we're gonna go pick up our pretty masks, right? It's in the projects.
Girl.
Not to dismiss anyone that lives in the projects.
Sometimes you have to live in
We
a
lived in the
project.
projects before. We grew up right in Franklin Hill.
I'm a bricks kid
Ain't nothing
myself.
about
Wait, you just said everybody should be together.
Right.
Should.
That's the problem.
You're right.
They weren't.
This designer was home.
Which,
Yo,
okay,
that
pretty
sounds like
mask.
that sounds like
Pretty
some
mask.
shit they're trying to line you up.
Right. So we go to pick up the mask and we call the lady. No, we text her. I'm like, she texted us and was like, hey, are you guys on the way?
She was like, hey, you guys are on the way, right?
Correct. So she knew we were coming. She was just confirming it.
Somehow.
Pretty
We
much.
didn't even tell her we were
She got the
coming.
heads up.
She got the heads up we
Right.
were coming. And she texted us to find out. We confirmed, yes, we're on the way. Boom. We get to this woman's house. Now it's a gated project. We don't have the number to get into the community. So we get in behind a car that already lives there.
Wait, there's gated projects?
Girl.
Yes.
It's Atlanta.
This is Atlanta, honey. It's
Oh, excuse me.
The South is different.
Is it like a
Different.
valid?
The South is different.
It's
No,
The South is
so-
like it's ghetto bougie. It's
no, you still get shot.
Yeah.
Don't sleep.
Listen.
Ghetto
No,
bougie.
he definitely gets shot.
So we get into the complex and we let her know we're outside. So we're waiting. Mind you, it's the same day that we land, okay? And we're running around with all of this going on, like crazy people. And everyone in this van is still running around like crazy too because we'll see people coming and going in and come out frustrated, just like us. So everyone's getting the same bullshit ass runaround, which is not okay. So now it's me, the 3 other ladies, and my mother.
Oh,
Your mama's
damn.
with you?
My mother is with us.
Oh,
My
shit.
mom is with us.
Like,
I left out an important
Yeah.
part. My mom is with us. For those of you who
Was
don't
she
watch my
cursing
show, my
Jesus?
mom is a minister. I am a preacher's kid.
Wait,
Yes, I'm running around looking for costumes for Carnival
Beautiful.
with my mom because she accepts me for who I am, okay?
that's dope though.
Fuck yeah, because it took a long time for this shit to happen like this, okay?
That's some of
Did she have the
Hello.
oil with her? Is my question.
Did she have what?
Did
The
she have
oil.
the oil with her?
She always has the oil with
Okay.
her.
So you guys
So-
are safe.
My mom, she's in the car now, right? And there's 3 young ladies standing right next to our car. And they're texting. So we're like, all right, they was here before us. And obviously, and they were at the mass camp that we just left too. So they've been there for a grip because we took a minute before we left
Right.
the last mass camp that we just left from. Now
And
we
it
come
was
to get
already
our
there
pretty
about when I
masks,
got there.
and they were already there. We get there, lady confirms we're there, boom, boom, boom. She's like, okay, I'll be down. There's 3 people ahead of you. So we figure out these other 3 people ahead of us. And she's like, we're just working. She's like, we're just finishing up one more backpack.
That's after the second time you called.
But like,
her,
okay,
right?
I need
Right.
a timeline.
That's
When
after
did
the
you
second
all buy these costumes? Like pay for it?
March.
Okay.
Exactly. That was a good question.
March.
That was
So
a
I
really
just
good
needed, so
question.
it's been months.
Yes.
And
March.
they're now just finishing up a backpack,
Yes.
supposedly.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Aha.
Mm.
Yeah.
I already have my little. And
Okay.
Hmm.
So the 3, Mr. What do we name him? Mr. Brooks? Mr. Norman?
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown. Mr.
why
Brown.
did
comes
they name
down.
him Mr. Brown?
Because he
His
looked
name
like
is Brown,
Mr.
looks like
Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Like the dear Mr. Brown?
Yes. He looked just
I
like
mean,
him.
tummy and all. He
Tummy
came
and
out
all.
with the little.
His
oh
belly
my
was
God.
hanging out underneath his shorts. Couldn't
Girl.
cover his belly like it was
Girl.
down.
He was
His
Mr.
ass
Brown.
crack was out.
Yes.
He was Mr. Brown. Mr.
Yes.
Brown. He comes downstairs, gives the 3 young ladies their masks because now their Uber is there and ladies gotta go. That's how long they were waiting. Boom. They get their mask, they go. So now I retext the lady because now we're still waiting, maybe like 10 minutes, and my mother is talking super hella shit.
I can imagine.
She picks up her phone, she's like,
Yeah.
You know when them Caribbean
You
women
awake?
say, it's about to be good. She's like,
Not even just Caribbean. If you got any melanin in you,
right.
And you-
And that lady says, it's pure bacchanal coming. So she's like, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. I
Yo.
was waiting for it. I was waiting because she
'Cause
was
she's
doing
done.
really good.
She was.
doing really
She
good.
was. She was doing amazing. I mean,
tell you, she was
jokes
doing
and
good.
everything. I was so proud.
She was like, Anna must really want to dance in these people's street
Yes.
because this time and waited for this costume. You could have went to Marshall's. Look at this bathing suit.
Yo, Jen, she literally looked it up. She said, Manda, we can go to
She was
Walmart.
like, what? Look at this bathing suit at Marshall's. It's nice.
Yep.
And I could go get this
Yep.
and leave this alone.
Yes. This is after like 45 minutes,
My
by the way.
mother.
Yo,
My mother was fed up with
your
the
heart
mask can.
fed up. Your
My
heart. If
mother.
that was me, my heart would have melted. I was like, oh my God. You
I
sat there,
did.
you
I was like,
scrolling,
oh
like,
my
you
God.
trying to convince me that
My
we could do an art
mom.
project together?
Yes.
Make it
My
something
mom
else.
is tired.
It was so
like
significant. I had to go home and tell my own mom about it.
Girl.
I was like,
My
Mom.
mom being
Her
tired.
mom
Listen,
said bullshit.
listen, had you said mine, you're right, she would have helped you
for real.
do
Girl.
all the extra
Yes.
We
work
were
to put it
laughing and joking
together.
around with her though, like she knew we
No, what I'm
agreed.
saying is, if you had agreed with her and went to Walmart and
Oh,
said, I'm
but
gonna do this on my
here
own,
now-
she would have been in
Here
there.
though,
She helped
we
her.
ended up,
Who is
we
so
did have
into
to.
all
We did
that?
end up
did
at
have to
Walmart,
go to
though.
Walmart.
We did.
Oh, Jesus.
Dead ass.
Sorry, I was skipping.
But we ain't even there yet.
Yeah, so let
Sorry.
us get there.
So what time is it now?
So
This is
it's
right.
About 45 minutes.
so it's probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock now
PM.
Yes.
And y'all
Yeah,
waiting for
Yeah,
45
in the
minutes?
evening, yeah.
in the evening, and this
Yeah.
is after
In the
going
project.
from the 2 mass camps.
Yes.
Now we're at the 3rd mass
Having
camp
to
in the
find
projects.
the first mass
Right.
camp that wasn't there.
Yep,
And then
having to find it because anyhow.
Okay.
Mhm.
So boom, the lady texts and she's like, "We have to finish one more backpack," and I'm like, "There's only one backpack, which is mine." Now a backpack is the
The
feathers,
feathers. Yeah.
right? All your feathers,
Mhm.
and because I got the midline, so I have a tiara, got
Mhm.
shoulders, legs, arms, the whole shebang.
Shebang.
These niggas had months to do this.
When Mr. Brown ever did come downstairs with my backpack, let me tell you something. I was like, I'm trying this shit on right here. I took my mask out the bag.
No, she got to get up for this.
I took
Every
my mask
single
out the
one.
bag. First, he came with my backpack and I shook it
Yep.
to make sure my feathers are not gonna fall off.
And then he
I'm
goes,
shaking it. I put it on. I'm jumping with it.
and then he starts laughing.
And he's
like,
laughing.
"Are
I'm
you
like, yo."
serious?" And that's when she blows
He's like,
up.
"Are you serious?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm serious. Don't look like a fucking carnival virgin to you." I was like, "Yo, we've been waiting for months for this. Months. Y'all had us waiting. Do you know how long we've been like?"
No, she went off. She
As
went
you
off.
should have.
I had popcorn
If I
and
paid in
everything. It was
March,
quite
I don't want to hear
entertaining.
nothing about I'm finishing up final touches.
Because
on
how
the
you
mask.
finish
And then
it?
asking me if I don't mind waiting another 10 to 20 minutes. Yes,
For
I
what?
do mind waiting
For what?
for my backpack to be done.
But he came downstairs with a backpack?
Yes, mine.
And you tried on something.
Yes, I came down with everything.
Yeah.
So I put my costume on.
She
I
did.
put my bathing suit on.
In the
I
middle
put it
of the
on,
parking lot.
Put it on my shoulder pads, my neck.
All right,
I
we
put it on
established all that. And
everything.
then he asked you to wait
So what
again?
was it 10
No,
minutes
no,
for?
no.
Oh, okay.
This was
That's what I
prior.
thought. I was like, wait,
it
what?
was before he came down. That's when the lady texted me and was like, do you guys mind waiting another 10 to 15 minutes?
Okay.
And then when I was like, no, then Mr. Brown came downstairs with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then was like, are you serious? And I was like, yes, we're really going to try this shit on here right now. And luckily we did, because one of the other girls, her mask wasn't put together neither. So she had to go upstairs into the lady's place, and she had to put it back on so they can see where needed the adjustment so they can fix it, and we could come back tomorrow and get it.
No.
Listen, let me just say this. There needs to be more
Communication.
Wait, story's not even over.
Yeah, because they still gotta go back to the first place.
Not
that
even that.
didn't have
No,
the
no,
right.
Right, exactly.
Yes, we
exactly.
now have to go back to the second place that didn't have one of the girls' Juve costume. So boom, she gets fully refunded.
Wait,
Oh, she got her money
wait.
back.
Before that.
I
Before
would've been
you leave,
drinking.
first of all,
She said
as
so.
you're opening the packages, all the packages smell like pure glue, like you're gonna get high because
Oh,
they
my
just
mask
finished
costumes, they
everything.
just-
I mean, that
They
sounds
just
like a
finished
great day,
everything.
though.
Nah, it wasn't. It was horrible. Then,
Yeah.
as we're setting up to leave this next place, to get to the next place, Panda calls, right, the next guy to be like, all right, we're on our way to go pick up the stuff. You said you were coming with this particular one that we needed. No, please don't do that. With the one that we particularly needed, right?
We text the organizer.
Right.
Yes.
So you call him
Oh,
and you're like, all right, we're on our way. I just need you to, let you know that we're on our way, so and so, whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, we're not there. She's going to pick it up in the morning.
yes.
She lost her mind
He's
again.
like, can I bring the costume to the road in the morning? I was like, and she's gonna get dressed where? Outside?
Yep.
You want her to put her mask on outside?
With all these 40
Are you
out there?
serious?
Yeah.
I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
She said,
You have got
to
to be
cuss out
kidding
this
me.
mask. Now I'm going to have to cuss your
You
ass
want-
out too. Literally.
Yo, Juve morning.
I'm not even. We're just
Typically-
saying it takes 1 minute to get upset, 5 minutes to
to-
calm down. You're
Right.
still within the 5
She
minutes.
really
I don't
was.
need to charge back up no
Man,
more.
listen.
I had no time for recharge. Because it was literally like bam, 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 bam. Like the song, bam, bing, bam, bing. It was literally like bam, bing, bam,
Literally.
bing, bam, bing,
Literally.
bam, bing.
Yo.
Heart attack, heart attack, heart attack, heart attack, heart attack. Like,
That's what I see.
it wasn't dope beat. It wasn't dope beat. It wasn't dope
It
beat.
really was.
That's all I could feel inside doing. So anyway, we get past all of this foolishness. We go to Walmart. We get the bathing suits. I get my mask out. Shanice and I are putting on our Juve bathing suits. Why is my Juve bathing suit the same size as hers, which
Same
is a
size.
large, and
Same
mine
size.
is an inch smaller than hers?
Yep.
So now I have nothing to wear on the road for Juve.
But mind you, when we went to Walmart, I bought an extra bathing suit just in case, because with the foolishness that was going on, I was like, I might as well just get an extra one just in case it don't fit. So that's how it ended up. So out of the 4 people that were there, only 2 people were in the actual Juve outfit.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
No, dead serious.
Yes.
Because you
dead
took hers.
Because I took hers.
And she wasn't mom.
Right. And so one of the girls made hers, and I took her t-shirt.
Wait, are we getting a refund for that one too?
No, because by then it
And
was
this
too
is
late.
why I
now.
say the Boston people, like, right? The Boston, y'all a small community. The
Right.
Boston Carnival, like the real carnivals. When I go to Boston, New York, Miami,
You always see the same
Atlanta,
crew.
you're the
Yeah.
same people, right? y'all need a little team, a little togetherness, because I feel like this isn't nothing new. This isn't the first time I've heard
Nah,
this.
this
not.
ain't nothing
And
new.
it's
These
not gonna
mascots
last.
is getting away with bullshit. And
Yeah.
honestly and truthfully, all the carnival goers, we all have to come together collaboratively because they
Yeah,
get away with
exactly.
mad
It don't even have to
shit.
be-
It's
Mhm.
ridiculous.
It don't even have to just be the Massachusetts people, because like the video that you showed me when they canceled,
DeKalb County
I was
Carnival
saying, that
got
wasn't even
canceled
the-
12 hours before the
Yes.
masqueraders was hitting
Yes.
the road.
Wait, so this was in Atlanta?
Yes.
So this is like a 3-day event? You
No,
were going
no.
3 different things? Or?
No,
it's
so,
just something separate.
so there's
Oh, it's
the
different
parties.
city?
The parties or the fest is different counties.
Counties.
So DeKalb County wanted to have a different carnival because it was too many people and
So
the
you want
different
to vote?
limitations. No, you're either in one or the other.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
So the mass bands had to choose between Atlanta Carnival or DeKalb.
Okay.
10 hours before Carnival is starting, Decaf Carnival got canceled because they didn't have their permits for the road.
Oh shit.
Mind you, they had to have all their paperwork in by Friday at 5 p.m. So they knew by Saturday they wasn't going to have their documents. And they should have told their masqueraders that before.
And I feel like things with permits, I feel like you have to do that
You do.
way
You
before.
do.
You
That's
do. So they knew way in advance they couldn't do it. They sat there and continued to collect people's money. They continued to sell costumes knowing that nothing was going to happen.
Exactly.
And then try to put out a little notice 12 hours before.
And then make it seem as if it
people
was
need to
the,
get their money
the police
together,
didn't
file a
want to
little
sign
class
it.
act suit and sue them because that's
Thank
fraud,
you.
yo.
It is
You're
fraud.
robbing people.
It's fraud. It's fraud because the mass camps are promoting plus size costumes and
it's
they
not
don't have any
happens
plus size costumes
for
for
not
the plus size women.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I was supposed to fit, hold on,
whoa.
pause. Before he asks us, I'll forget. There was a young lady who was a little bit bigger than me, and if I couldn't fit the large, they were trying to put her into the large.
Yes.
And she went to the bathroom and tried it on, and her girl was rooting her on like, sis, you can fit it. When she was pointed out to me on the road, I was like, this, and she didn't have it on.
Right. Thank goodness.
She didn't even have it on.
You
Because
It was
she
probably so
looks crazy.
uncomfortable,
She looks crazy. I promise you, it wouldn't have looked nice. And if her friends had allowed her to go on the road with it, they wouldn't have been her friends.
Nope.
So let me just say this, and my apologies for interrupting you.
No, you're good.
But I'm pretty sure Valkyrie's thinking the same thing I am. It's like most of the women who go to Carnival, I would say the majority of them would be plus size women. And I'm not even talking about just like in the waist side.
Well, plus size,
titties,
so like normal, like American.
big
slim
titties, big asses, like you know what I mean. Like you would have,
real
it
thing.
would, like it's. I would assume
You
that,
got curves.
even if it was like 50-50, like you'd assume
So
that.
no,
like,
not the slim thick. When we say plus size, we mean like 16.
No, not
and
even
up.
12.
For some people, well, 12, 14 is kind of slim thickish.
yeah, but
Right.
we're also
Depending on
black.
the
We
way-
think.
Right. So
plus
if
size
we're going,
differently.
It was 1X and up.
yeah,
Yeah. I would
One
assume.
extra.
I would
Yeah.
It
assume
was like
that
a
you're-
16.
And they
But
did not
also,
have
it
that.
doesn't even matter because if you're giving your measurements when you
That part
order
too.
your
Oh,
stuff,
wait, what?
You
Yeah.
did what?
that doesn't
Yeah.
like.
Wait,
If
stop.
I'm giving you my measurements, I can understand you don't have large and extra large, right?
Yes.
But if I'm buying a custom costume and I'm
Yes.
giving you my measurements,
And I'm paying
how
money
can, and
for
I'm
this
paying
shit.
money for it months in advance, how could you not have it?
I have the answer. The answer.
They order all the
no,
shit from China.
Yes,
that was the
they
answer.
order from
That's
China
what it was.
or
From like
Trinidad.
Liz.
That's what it
Yes.
is. She was like, oh,
Hold
you
on.
know,
Let me tell
we
you
have to
something
order it
else.
from China, so.
Somebody might get vexed that I let this out, but there was a mass camp whose costumes were still in customs the day of Carnival.
Facts.
Oh shit!
And because decap got canceled, they told their mass camp that it was because of that they wasn't able to go on the road.
Facts.
But their costumes were still in customs.
Yep.
Oh,
Exclusive,
shit.
exclusive.
Customs never released
Oh,
their
wait,
mask.
wait,
So if you didn't get your mask,
wait.
that shit was in customs and it was
So
a long
they're
weekend, so you
ordering
wasn't gonna play it.
costumes?
They get the material and they ship it shit
Or
out.
they get the
So they-
material cheap and then they make them.
So what I'm seeing
Here.
is they order it all
they
from
were
like
stuck at
overseas.
customs,
These
so
So the
cheap
materials,
whatever.
even if they got the materials, they still didn't have costumes because you still
And then
have to
they
make
And
glue
it.
then
it
you
on.
didn't find that out until you went to go
She-
pick up your stuff.
Shanice,
Hmm?
why isn't this our job?
You guys
Because
I was
something.
thinking- I was-
You're in luck.
That
You're in
is
luck.
your
the entire
Hold on. All right.
walk?
So boom. Wait. Hold on. Let
I
me get to the
figured
best
it
part
out.
of it.
I
Yeah,
Before
figured
we
it out.
not before we run out of
Right,
time for the show. All right. So when you play when you pay for a band, they're supposed to have you. It's all inclusive. When you get on the road,
So
you
food,
have
alcohol.
no worries.
Okay.
Okay. Juve morning, there was no chasers.
Nope.
There was no water.
Nope.
They only had rum.
Right.
Juve morning, rum ran out.
Whoa.
Quickly.
All right.
Quickly.
Rum ran out.
Isn't that like a staple? Like you should have
Yes,
like you should have.
That's what you pay for.
And
For Juve
food.
morning. You're paying for food. Usually they will have like bacon, saltfish, just little handfuls
Didn't
of
have that.
So
Yeah.
you're out in the sun, you're drinking, you could soak it up. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's pace. It's
Yeah.
called pace. You're pacing yourself. We get on the road, Carnival Day. There's pretty much the same bullshit.
Yeah, literally.
There's only alcohol.
Actually, y'all ran out because
Yes, we ran out
Okay.
of alcohol on the
Yeah.
road. There was chasers, but there wasn't different alcohol. When I got there, like they only had Hennessy for dark. I don't drink Hennessy. I'm not a Henny drinker. You know what I mean? But I had to deal with it. It's Carnival, so I'm like, fuck it.
I'm just drink it.
Everything
When
going
in Rome.
don't. Hey, it could be wrong. Anyway, so yeah, the bullshit had us real tight, but the vibes were sweet. Vibes are
was.
absolutely sweet.
It
Vibes were
really
sweet.
was.
The music was good. The people that we were with were great. The costumes, when we put everything on, it looked good. We did what we had to do. So that part of it was amazing.
The pictures that I saw,
The vibes was everything.
Yeah,
It was
the fight
just
broke
the
out.
administration. So I ended up finding out what the fight was about.
Oh,
The fight? Yes.
Yes.
it was a
How do
fight.
you get all the tea? I don't even understand.
Because
Go ahead.
I know the people in the back.
So
So
this is Pandagasms.
For real.
And we're tapped in.
the reason why there was a fight was because the DJs were asking people to get off the truck if they weren't a DJ. And they would not get off the truck.
And they actually stopped the whole parade for
So
that.
he stopped the truck and was like, if y'all don't get off, I'm not moving this truck. And eventually the guy who was asking people to get off started to kick people off. Literally. Kick people off the truck.
I mean, if I told
So
you
that's
that,
what started the fight.
Fucking amazing.
Now, mind
I ain't
you,
mad at it.
that wouldn't
don't-
have happened if you had security like you're normally supposed
Yeah,
I have a question.
the band didn't have security.
I have a
I didn't
question.
know that
I have a
they
question
were
for
supposed
you
to.
regular soca peoples, right?
Mhm.
Well, not soca, carnival people. You know how there's a committee here? So I've heard. There's like a carnival committee
yeah.
where they have to go to meetings and do all that.
Right.
Is that not standard
It's
across
supposed to be.
other states?
It should be.
Isn't that what regulates all of
Yeah.
the things?
so can't you
So
go
is
Karen the
Boston's
Boston
committee
one?
better? Well, in comparison, right, to like other cities and stuff like that. Have you done mass in Boston? Yes.
Pretty massive.
No, just
I only
yeah,
do mud.
yeah,
I
just
only
mud,
do mud in
yeah.
Boston.
So, because I wonder, like, it's like, who's supposed to be regulating this? Obviously, they're getting, like, the promoters, the costume makers, and all that. They slide in because
The West
right?
Indian community.
I got a
Was
line
somebody
floater.
supposed to be regulating
The
this,
West-
like the mayor of Carnival?
No, the
Like-
West Indian community is something that they developed and is something that they come together to put together, right? Like the West Indian Caribbean communities, right? But just like any organization, whether it's a church, whether it's a hospital,
Facts.
whatever, right? There's always going to be a few people that do everything and a bunch of people that
Yeah.
don't do anything.
Right.
And then you get into a point now where West Indian culture in these communities from really got big like in the 70s and the 80s and stuff like that, right? And then that generation, they're getting older. A lot of our grandparents passed away and stuff like that. So it's really the new generation that's stepping in. And I think that's what it seems like to me.
Honestly.
Now, I don't know if they suck. It's just like,
Nah,
it's just, stuff like this is happening in Boston. It's happening in like
everywhere,
almost
right?
every
You answered
continent.
the question I was about to ask, because I was about to say, like, most people, like, they look out for their own.
Right.
Right. So if you got the Haitian camp, you got the Honduras and Trinidad, like, all right, they're going to look out for their own, right? And the majority of people, they stick with their own. So, like, you would think that you wouldn't do that to anybody that wants to play in your camp because they probably have some type of relation, but I get it. Because it's like,
No, but there's hardworking
Some of the
people in it. Like, I don't want people say, like, you gotta understand, like,
no, but I think
nowadays,
it goes back to what
yeah,
you were saying.
yeah.
It's like the times is changing, and it's like the roles is being filtered out with like the people that like the honest people.
And there's new
versus the people
regulation,
that's
yo.
in it for the money.
These cities, you got to think about these cities.
That's how I
People didn't want to live in these cities back in the day, right? These cities, like black people came in. Black people were in these cities not by choice. You feel me? And now it's gentrification. Yo, there's money out here.
I know they're fighting.
You don't
for
want
different things.
your city to look bad with all these people
Right.
going crazy. You know when you say
Even though
people,
it
you know what I'm saying. So like
Gentrification and
they just
money.
make it hard, yo. They might have tried to get the permits.
That's what
And it was
is.
just hard for them to get the
Gentrification
permits.
Now
It
it's
just
cool
made
to
it
go to
There was
Carnival.
one more scam fest that they had. Right, scamboulet. There was another scam fest, the all white.
Scamboulet? What?
Scamboulet. We got scammed in New York.
We sure
At
did.
Scamboulet. That's another story for
That
another
really
day.
Is that a dessert?
So there was
Ended
an
up
all
being
white.
one.
There's an all white event that we went to the Sunday. Was it the Sunday? Yeah, the
No.
Sunday. The Sunday. So we get there and it's performers are performing. They had Farmer Nappy. They have Iowa George was there. Oh, a few sober artists there. It's nice. The venue looks really nice. Then we get inside, and before you even enter the venue, you feel the heat.
Ooh.
No.
We're like
Inside of what?
the venue.
It's a hall,
Was it
a
like
bar, a club,
It's a venue.
like a post, like the post,
Yeah,
like a
but it's
VFW
big.
post.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
huge though.
I'm trying to get a visual. That's
I
why.
got a question. Are we talking heat, or are we talking like heat and must?
Heat. It's not funky. There's no
Okay.
funk, but it's heat.
Okay.
No
Funk where?
ventilation.
Funk where?
At the
No,
venue.
Inside the venue. We just established that. It's a
There's-
hall that's like a VFW post
Yo, these people
with
bathe,
no
yo.
ventilation. Nobody stinks. There's just no ventilation.
But I just know
So
that
the
these
fans
and
are
it's
on.
Atlanta heat.
The fans are on.
That's not ventilation.
It's
that's
not.
fan. That's
It's not.
circulation.
The fans are on. The fans are on and the side doors are open. So we stand by the side door where they're letting the performers come in through so that they can go on stage. Work. The last performer comes in and they close the door.
No.
I left. I walked
What
outside.
was the temperature that day?
Oh shit. Doesn't matter because I felt it outside for like another hour.
Mm-mm.
When I got outside, the whole block was lined up with the fire marshal, police.
I'm sure.
From the top of the street to the bottom of the street.
I wouldn't
What?
doubt it.
I never saw so much fucking police in my life.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because there was still 400 people outside the venue trying to
Trying to
get
get in.
inside.
Jesus.
The
They
same venue
over
with-
fucking sold the venue.
I'm not
And
surprised.
people was buying tickets at the door for $80.
What?
Yeah, that's
They
Yo,
how
can you
couldn't get
imagine-
inside.
Can you
And the
imagine?
fire marshals had to shut the
I worked that
shit
part.
down.
Wait. Can you imagine the last person that bought a ticket and they're just standing in line waiting for it to move?
And it's
And the
not.
fire marshals is coming in
Just
behind
like,
them like, you gotta go. You gotta go. Nope.
Listen,
Nobody,
we
you
tried
gotta go.
after Carnival when we were supposed to go into the park, and we couldn't even get into the
We
park.
couldn't even get into the park after Carnival.
Which is part of your package,
Which
right?
is part of the package.
And you couldn't get in.
And we couldn't even get in. My back.
Because the other
Why?
ones.
It was too packed.
People rushed the gate.
People
for
rushed the
one.
gate,
They
yeah.
rushed the gate.
I almost got trampled.
That's some
They-
Astro World shit. See, y'all try to fucking crucify Travis Scott. It's the promoters.
It
Y'all
is
need
the
to do
promoters.
better at y'all jobs.
It's the promoters.
There
It's
was
always
no
the people in the
direction.
background.
The
You
organization
know how
was
you'll like
very
a
bad.
job, but admin sucks.
Yeah.
That's what this carnival was like.
Yes,
Yeah.
Carnival was beautiful,
it was.
but the people in the back fucked it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
They fucked it up.
So how do you fix it?
You don't.
We
Y'all, the
yeah.
generation
We have to get enough of us to
between
complain.
the old
This
school and the
generation
new
right here has
school.
to figure it out.
Or
We have to figure it out.
Or somebody,
I got a bedazzle, y'all.
or
I have a
somebody
bedazzle.
files a lawsuit, and that's when people start to wake
I think
up.
that's what's
So-
gonna happen because people on Twitter were going
That's what
in.
it is.
And you know
Yeah.
once it hit Twitter,
Yes.
Listen,
So
but
here's-
you know what?
Think
It costs
too.
too much money to file a lawsuit. People need to start creating it. Like, you know, like the girl that go to Goodwill and just buy random stuff
Mhm.
and make a dope outfit out of it.
Valkyrie.
Like,
Facts.
so you can create your own business where they're not
So-
going out of country. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like
as soon
somebody,
as you
somebody
get the
local
order,
needs to
you're
do it.
actually
somebody that's
making
sick of
profit.
it gotta find a way to
We
fix
got
it
two
and
hands up.
promote it.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of things that I wanted to piggyback off of something that Javi said. One of the biggest problems I think is when you have a council of people who are going to do something, you're going to have a majority of people who are not going to do anything, and then piggyback and take credit off the people who are doing something.
Mm.
The other problem with this, no matter how many times you see this trending on Twitter, Instagram, or so have you, you'll have 1 or 2 years in a row maybe where things are fine. Then it's like, okay, now we can go back to the bullshit. And then you can have another 5 or 10 years
Facts.
of the bullshit because unfortunately, Fatima, to your point, there's an X amount of things that there's a X amount of people you can go to and you can create new things. So let's say Valkyrie opens up an Etsy specifically for masks and things of that nature. Like you'll support and make sure it's because you understand that she's gonna do the work that needs to be done. It's gonna be quality, right? But what's gonna happen is a more famous person is gonna go, oh hey, we fixed the issues from last time, and da 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 da. And like I said, 1 year, 2 years, it's fine, right? But then come those next years, and those same people will give you like a discount, like yo, oh hey Panda, I know I fucked your stuff up last year, but how about we do this for cost, right? So let's say it costs $200 to make a costume. Instead of charging you like $3, they'll charge you $200, or they'll charge you $150
Right.
to keep you engaged and things of that nature. They'll start doing these things specifically because they know that if they money, as you said, money will keep people invested. Money will keep people coming back. So when you start, so it's like if you're in a strike where it's just like quality costs you $300, but the chance of 50-50 things going up costs you $150 or $200, you might go to
You want
$150.
to take that chance.
Right.
Yeah, because the extra $100 is like, well, that extra $100 can go to booze, that extra $200 can go to food, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, it's unfortunate, but like,
But I think that's
It's
where
like-
the committee should come in. I think that's where like,
But
the mayor of Carnival should come in. Like, yo, listen, if you want to have a band, you gotta get
There's
your
no
stuff
government.
made in
That's-
the U.S.
I
If
agree.
you're gonna get it out the U.S., you gotta have your stuff ordered by, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be more regulated, because if you decide that, all right, I don't want to have to put in that much effort of getting it done that early, I'm just gonna get it from the US. Now you're gonna shop around for other people that make costumes. You still could find somebody that's like trash, or like you can go to her and she could go to her and get something like good quality. If you want to cut corners, you're gonna find somebody that just started out, right?
Yeah.
And you can still get something trash, but I think it's like it's a community. It's like multiple things need to happen at the same time.
But here's my problem with that. One of the things I've taken from like just hanging out with Javi as much as I've done, because even if you do change the council at the top, you're still gonna have those 1, 2. Let's say it's a council 10. You're still gonna have 3 people on there, even if it's just those 3 people that will fuck it up for everybody. Because as it says, you can only go as fast as your slowest walker, right? And if you have 3 people on there who are just kind of like, oh, I'm just here for the title.
Get rid of them.
Yep.
Get rid of the asses.
Everywhere.
Get rid of them.
Exactly.
If you got weak links, cut them bomba.
Well, here's the thing about it.
Now we don't.
Why aren't you on the council?
Because I don't got the time and patience. I don't like adults.
And
I say this shit all the time. I don't like adults. That's why I work with kids.
And that's not a problem, but that's an issue with it, because the people who actually can do something, a lot of them aren't either aren't in a position to do it, B, can't deal with the foolishness of stupid adults, or C, it's just like, yo, what's the point of doing it? So in your situation, it's like, why would you go out and do that knowing that it's going to cost you more frustration?
Because it's not all the time.
But I don't even think it necessarily takes a person like Panda or someone that's like invested into the like Carnival community.
Yeah,
it's just someone who has a good business sense.
But I'm just using her as
like somebody, it could just be like Panda that just brought it to someone else's attention. You get what I'm saying? That's for the Black community that has a good business sense and like, all right, I need something else to do, or like I wouldn't mind taking this. I don't think it necessarily has to be someone that's like in the Carnival.
I agree.
Like it could be somebody that's like into nonprofit. Somebody that's just like into like a little side hustle that's just like, I see the problem in this. Yeah,
right.
Like
to fix it.
Yeah, someone that takes
like
on like they want to
section
fight the big guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then they actually get through with this, and everybody, like, first of all, they have a limit of costumes that they have to make. Not the day of you can order your costume. No. Like if they had a section that was like, this is what we have, this is what we're going for, this is when time we're gonna start making. Like if they were very organized, a lot of people are gonna end up going to them. And then what's gonna end up happening is that they set the scale for everybody else to do better. But the thing is that masqueraders, even though we understand that we're gonna receive the bullshit, we still end up supporting because there's nothing else that's better out there.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we just want to jump up in somebody's band. But that's the part that sucks. They know that no matter what, we're gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you literally be like, nah, I'm not doing it.
But that also leads to another problem, because it's like, I'm sorry.
I got a question though. So take this with a grain of salt, audience. Like my Carnival days are well behind me. Yo, if you play the tune real quick, and that rhythm section hit, my feet might move a little bit.
My feet.
You feel
A
me?
little tap.
You know what I'm saying? But with that being so, like I grew up in the culture, like a couple of us in this room, and like it would suck if I hate hearing these things about Carnival, right? Like, cause the fair is always like, it's just a year, like Carnival ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of places.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah,
When they took it away, we were still broken hearted.
People started capitalizing off of it.
They gotta understand that this is still part of the culture.
Y'all gotta understand, and for me, like understanding what Carnival means to people and not being there for so long. And I remember when Carnival didn't happen. Like, y'all probably didn't notice it, but I noticed looking at y'all, looking at my wife. Y'all was like,
we was surprised.
Y'all was surprised.
He said, y'all didn't notice it, but I noticed it.
I noticed it. I was very aware of how
you
depressed
okay?
I
You want
was.
something to eat?
So what's that?
Eat. What's
You go to the hospital?
I do. Rub my boob will make it better.
But you know the funny
Yeah,
thing?
so hold on. So with that say, right? Shout out to everybody that does work extremely hard to get Carnival up and running, right? Like,
Right.
it does happen, right? So I just want to say that, shout out to y'all, because y'all do it for the culture, right?
Absolutely.
But that being said, right, there's a difference. So I want to ask y'all, when you go to Carabana in Toronto, as soon as you hit the airport, you know Carnival is happening, right? Like, Like they got like the airlines are like bought in, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a big like corporate Canada is kind of like invested in it, right? And it's like a big event, like the Brazil, like the Carnival in Brazil, right? Like it's an international, like it's Trinidad, right? Like all crop over, you know what I'm saying? Like all these places,
the airlines.
so it's boom. But when you do Boston or Atlanta, even New York, and like New York Carnival in New York is kind of like. When bad things happen, kind of like the city accepts it, but they're kind of like, yo, we gotta be on edge, right?
Prepare for it.
Right. So I think part of the problem is that like Carnival, there's so much potential in it, right? But we treat it like it's this thing that not hidden because we're accepting to a lot of people, but we don't try to really integrate it into the societies that it exists in, right? Like it doesn't seem when Carnival in Boston happens, it's not like Boston's alive with Carnival. Yeah. Maybe it's only in certain neighborhoods. It's in Cambridge when that happens, or in the hood, right? Or Worcester when that happens, right? I would love to see it like downtown Boston. I know people had issues with that. I remember people talking about that, but for me, I know there's issues with it, but I think that it would be great because it gives it exposure.
It's kind of like you kind of need the Pride Parade in Boston. Like when you know the Pride Parade's coming. Like, it literally, like, you can feel it all over Boston.
We love the Blancos when they whine, and yo, when Blancos whine, they become instant memes. You feel me? So, like,
and we pick them up hard, like,
and then when you have that corporate money coming in, you can hire staff. You can, you can't just say, I'm going to make something in America. That shit's expensive. Yo, masks are already expensive. Right. You feel me? So, like, you know, so you have that corporate sponsorship coming in, like the big money, McDonald's, all that stuff, whatever. If it's possible. It might not be. I don't know. But that's just, I've been thinking about it because I really do care about Carnival. Like, yo, my mom used to drag me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I think the Puerto Rican festival is like in the Copley area.
But people's fear about that is that Carnival has been in where it is. The parade in Juve has been there for many, many years. And what they're afraid of, or their fear of when you're talking about taking it out of the hood or where they're from, is that you're taking money also out of their food, because there's vendors there that also, you know, vendors. Exactly.
But those
so
get permits
come in
on that day?
No, but like the restaurants that are in that neighborhood, they're stable. So people all go there.
Right. And so even then,
community.
Exactly.
I'm confused.
So you would see taking away from the community, like the small businesses in that community, if you moved it to downtown. Now all those downtown restaurants and stores are going to get
don't they kind of take hits anyways, because you have the whole Franklin Park that's set up with people that's selling.
But think about
they're from there.
Home.
Right.
Yeah, but even if you move it downtown, they still can have their permit to serve. So why can't they set up downtown versus in Franklin?
But you're spending money going downtown.
Yeah, that's
but like imagine like you own, like let's say you own a patty shop
on Glenway Street.
Oh,
or
yeah.
You want to go downtown and you want Glenway, you can go up the street. You home.
Now you got your permit to go downtown.
City.
Exactly.
You home. Everybody knows you already. You got your clientele. So nobody downtown knows you.
Right.
Now you got to hustle twice as hard for your money. But this is your home. Why you got to take your home somewhere else?
Because people are trying to look at it as like a bigger picture. Oh, if you move to the center of the city, that it's worth more.
Nah, look.
But why? But no, I'm saying, but why? Right? I agree with you. Why? Why is it in the community where the people are, where they live?
This is Cheers. We gotta go. Everybody knows your name.
Yeah. No, I agree with
you.
And
before I get murdered by the people,
I agree with her though.
Can I just say, like, it's not just up to us to make that choice. The city has to accept this.
But there's also
hold on, like they have to, like, there is a real issue with Black people in the city being seen as a threat. So this it would be less work for the city and the government to come to us and be like, oh, you guys have this, let's embrace you, let's give you this money to do this, this is part of the city. Like, they choose historical landmarks all the time. Why can't the Caribbean Carnival be a historical event? Something that they embrace and take care of.
Let's leave it there for the people to think about. I want to touch on the other topics.
Can I say one thing before I go?
Go ahead.
Real quick. It's something Noriega brought up about talking about when you go to certain places to go promote your stuff. When Javi brought up corporate places like McDonald's and things like that to promote and stuff like that. Granted, the hood doesn't have McDonald's money, but collectively, when you have P&R and you have all these other places that are from the hood that are Caribbean or people who just support the Caribbean culture in general. Like, there's enough money in the.
Oh, they do. They sponsor. They do that.
But that's my thing. Like,
yeah.
so that but there is enough money there that it could become a bigger thing. And it could become a more organized thing if it is all about money. So I just wanted to throw that out there before you. So sorry. My bad.
All right.
I apologize. We love the thoughts.
Me too.
Wait, thoughts?
We get feedback.
Thoughts are like that hole over there.
So there's a video floating around on social media where
Nasty.
this couple is walking and the guy lets go of his girlfriend's hand and a group of men walk through and they kind of like grab her arm and she kind of like fling them off. Yeah, it's like,
fuck.
First of all, I feel like the boyfriend should never let her hand go for them to be separated.
Yo, leave that
whole thing was his fault.
Here's my question though. I don't think they were holding hands.
They weren't holding hands.
So
he
is that
should have
really
never.
her boyfriend?
It doesn't
Do
matter.
they even know each other?
Yes.
They know each. I feel like they know
They
each
were walking
other.
together. That was his
Second,
job to
I don't
not
think-
separate from her.
He didn't see it. First
He
of all,
didn't, because I was
he
checking
didn't see it.
He did not see
He
it.
saw
Second,
them
But that's
approaching
a problem
them.
in itself.
Secondly, he
No,
was
that's
very
true.
young, and it was 3 of them against that one him. So I think he
That'll
made
be
an
good.
executive decision. Like, yo,
I
listen,
can tell you
You're
right
not
now.
listening what I'm saying. He should not have let them separate.
That's my biggest
For
thing
the
though.
men to walk
To walk in
through.
between.
it was only one of them that walked through them, and
Right.
then the other
Doesn't
two
matter. He should not have allowed. He should not
I
have
understand
separated
that,
from her.
but if
That was
he
his
stood
fault.
there and tried to be
Not
a
stood
wall,
there.
it would
No, he
You don't be a wall,
turn
go.
over
Yeah.
together.
I agree. Yeah, that
Y'all
makes
both
sense.
could have moved so
Yeah.
that they could have walked
Yeah.
by.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of ignorance from people. Like, I'm not gonna let you walk through me, but they like, I'm not gonna go out of my way so you can pass me. So like, I'll probably take a step to the left or a step to the right, or you know what I'm saying? I notice a lot of people do that. Like when they're walking, like 2 people walking together in a relationship or not, or friends or not. When someone else is coming down the street and like they have
They're
that
aggressively
ignorance,
walking.
like I'm gonna walk straight. I see 2 people coming at me. I'm not gonna try to step around a little bit. I always see the 2 people open up and let them through, like. And then they get back together like, damn, that nigga was mad ignorant, or that person was mad ignorant. Like, you seen us, that like it always
No, I
happens.
get what
Me
you're
and
saying.
Valkyrie been in that
Always.
situation
I
a
get what you're
million
saying.
times. Like, you know what I mean?
I've
Like,
been in that situation a couple times, and then I just have to get ignorant. Like, no, we're
so I'm gonna let Valkyrie speak for me and speak
just
for our
more of us
relationship
than
because
you.
I'm gonna let
You go
Valkyrie
around.
speak for me because like I think she knows how I would react to certain situations.
No, how you wouldn't react. That one of them nasty motherfuckers would have touched me. I would turn around and punch him in the dick. Like that other dude wouldn't have
But
to
we
do
didn't get to
anything
touch
because
part
I would
yet.
have lost my shit. I don't fucking care. I'm
No.
saying I allowed to shake hands on this show because I
Absolutely.
would punch that motherfucker right in the dick.
She ain't
He
No,
would have
right in the kisser.
He would have touched me like that, and I would have punched him in the dick.
Yo, Panda's face.
And then he would I would have saw what
Yo.
happened. I probably just would have reacted and started hitting him too.
But like that's
Oh,
the
right
thing.
in the
I wasn't
kisser.
expecting that. What? If somebody touched me like that, if
Like
somebody
so-
touched me like that, I would turn around and fuck it up.
like,
I grew up with 5 dudes. I'm fighting. I'm
Punch me in the
straight
dick.
up. I'm taking out my earrings. My shoes are coming off.
Yo,
I got shorts on under my dress. We're good.
twin. We got back from Seattle, and I'm still.
All right,
and
that's
I
like
can't.
this, dude.
And I can't really do anything physical because my back's all fucked up. And this
Kind of
motherfucker.
like that situation.
Yeah, this motherfucker thought shit was sweet because me and Valkyrie had our luggage and whatnot, and he was like, he cut in front of us, and he was like, "See how it feels?" And I was like, "Excuse me?"
What?
And so whatever, and I was like, "Nigga, if you get the fuck out of my face," and so Valkyrie was like, "Oh, hey, no, it's okay." I was like, "You sit back, you can't do anything." So I'm walking away thinking that everything's okay.
I'm trying. No.
What about that? She said, "Step aside, baby. I got this."
No, well, that's what happened.
because I can't.
Calm down, baby. I got
I
this.
can't
this
fight.
Pull up my purse.
He had the nerve to keep on talking. After I was like, you know what, Mark, just leave it alone. We're gonna walk down here. We're gonna walk. He started to talk. Yeah, I turned around and said, "Shut the fuck up!" Like I was done
And
there.
then he
Purse,
realized,
baby.
oh,
I got this.
I legit lost my shit. I said, if you don't shut the fuck up, I swear to God. Mark said, do something or walk away. And I was like,
step up and shut the fuck up. Like,
and he just looked at both of us. I was like, you got something? He turned around. He started stuttering and shit and walked off. He was this little crackhead, one of those little fucking
fat
stealthy
crackhead
white dudes.
towny motherfucker.
Towny, yeah, motherfuckers. Like, definitely like an addict who thought he was cute riding his bike in the tea.
But that's what
I'm all set. And
But,
he saw us with suitcases and he thought we were the ones. And then he quickly found out that we weren't.
and that was one of the things.
Outside of you, that.
And that's what I mean. So like, there are certain situations. So if someone walks between us, I don't really give a shit. It's not that serious. Now, if we were holding hands
I
and
was
someone
like,
tried to do that shit, I'm gonna move closer to Valkyrie to get out the way. But if I get closer and then he still bumps into me or her, it's like, I'm gonna pause for a second and go, is it worth it?
But this man didn't bump. He handed, like he touched.
Right.
I would.
He grabbed
I-
it. He grabbed
ever
it. She
saw
had her hand
somebody-
right here and he
If
grabbed
it's
that.
me and you walking, if I'm walking with Amanda and a dude touched her like that,
It's
I would
a wrap.
literally probably lose my
Yo,
shit.
wait
Yeah.
a minute. Wait a minute.
I don't even care.
I think the
It's-
problem
Ask
is
him, I
if
have
they're
no
holding
filter.
hands or not.
Yo, if
If I am
someone
walking
touches
with your
my
wife and somebody tries to touch your wife, I would literally fight them.
and let me
Yes,
tell you
Javi.
right now, you
Yes,
may win the
Yes,
fight.
Javi.
No, hold on.
Yes,
let
Javi.
me tell you right now, you may
No,
win
Javi, not
you
yet.
may win the fight, but I guarantee you,
You gonna win
when
the war.
no, not even the fucking war. When the police come and be like, "Hey, sir, do you have that guy's ear?" I'm gonna go, "Yeah, it's in my fucking pocket." Tell him to keep his hands off my fucking wife.
His ear?
Oh, I'll rip a motherfucker's ear off. Don't touch my wife.
With your hand or with your teeth?
What's closer?
You gotta calm down.
Depends where your
I
hand
hate
is.
y'all. I hate
Yo,
y'all.
keep your fucking you can hit me all you want. Keep
I think
your
your hands
hands.
get there faster.
Keep your
Yeah, but your teeth
If I got a nigga,
closer.
if I got a motherfucker in a chokehold,
So is it a time thing?
yo, keep
or
your
a
hands,
speed
keep
thing?
your hands off my fucking
Efficient
wife.
thing, right?
Javi has something to say.
Sorry.
I'm sorry,
No.
yes, Javi.
Y'all motherfucking.
Violent. I don't have violent.
Hell no. Nah.
I will fight somebody.
Yo. Alright, let me just get this thought out.
Get the thought out.
You walking on some random ass street in the
Yep.
city. 4 niggas.
Yep.
And them niggas
Yes.
was taller than that dude too.
Don't
They-
do that.
And them niggas is wearing
I'm
tall.
walking with you,
Them
right?
niggas is
Them
wearing.
niggas was-
Them niggas wearing tall tees in
Gang,
2022. So them niggas probably just got out of jail.
I'll
Them
get
niggas got,
that.
Yes.
them niggas got locked out.
I
They
know
got-
where to stab you.
Yo,
but bleed
chill
out.
real quick. Let me just finish
Real
this.
fast.
Alright? Yo, listen, I know what I would do in that situation.
I'm
right?
ready for that
Listen,
nigga.
hold up, my fucking shit. Listen, hold up. Jackpot's not here, so I gotta take his spot real quick.
Who?
Jackpot ain't here.
He's not far.
Alright? And listen, that's 3 dudes. I know what I would do.
What
Right?
would you do?
I'm like the perfect size. Like, I'm not big enough for people to want to test me, and I'm not small enough for people to want to punk me like automatically. So this usually don't happen with us. Like when we walking, I feel pretty secure. But I'm not walking on no alleyway in the middle of some city with my wife. That's asking for trouble. Cause if 3 niggas is coming, I know what I'm probably gonna.
I'll die.
I like,
Fight.
yo, I've been married to my wife, whatever. So I might have to do it because people gonna say something. But you think in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, these are three big ass niggas. Like, are we really gonna roast this dude for
That's
self-preservation?
what I said. Yo, he's a little
Like
kid,
really?
yo,
Like,
there
are
was
we
3
really
of
gonna do
them.
that? Like, where y'all
And
from?
he didn't even see it. He didn't see the
Javi,
grab,
you
yo.
didn't see though. I
He
know
did
for
it.
a fact.
I am walking
And
down
I
the street
guarantee
with
you,
your
she
wife.
told him.
Yeah.
We are walking
Like
down
10
the
steps
And she
street.
handled
after.
it. And she handled it well.
I say what I say. Listen, if y'all two walking by
Okay.
yourselves down a dark alley and some niggas touch you and just
Nigga,
walk
I'm
away.
not Thomas and
Hold
Marshall.
chill the
Wayne.
fuck
I'm
up
not
real
walking.
quick. If y'all niggas is walking down this alley, especially y'all by yourselves, and some nigga hands one of y'all, but just walks away, even if it's appropriate, y'all better keep walking in a different direction.
Yeah.
I don't want y'all fighting some random niggas. Are you serious?
Dog, I'm not.
I would rather you come home alive
I get it.
Oh no, I will.
I
Covered
bet
in
you
somebody
she
else's
didn't
with
say
your
blood.
that.
pride
It
not
was a block
intact.
away.
than dead and niggas know don't
And,
touch.
and Harvey, I
You
agree
feel
with
me?
you.
That's all I gotta say.
Harvey, I agree with
Sorry.
you. But ain't nobody down here walking down a dark alley like Bruce Wayne's parents. Like, here's my thing about
I say what I say.
They were in the alley, were they? They were walking
They
down
was
the
outside.
street.
They walking
They was
out.
walking down
They
here.
literally went to the place.
Right.
They was
Yo,
walking down the
Fatima.
street that
No,
had
it was literally a place called Crime Alley.
Just
But
because they
this
call it
wasn't-
crime alley doesn't mean it's an alley. That's like saying walking down Dudley Street.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can
so-
call crime alley. You can call Dudley Street crime alley.
But you know
Yeah,
what?
Or Methadone Mile
But
Lane
here's
on
my
that
thing.
side.
I think here's my question, and I know this is kind of not far-fetched, but it is what it is, right? I know we're getting on him, and we're talking about the woman, this, that, and the third, but my question is, why did the guy feel so entitled
'Cause
to
they're
have to
nasty?
Because he
do
was a
that?
piece of shit.
Yeah, it all
Because
comes.
he's nasty.
And the
But
fact that
she
we're
should-
not shunning him for that.
And if he was wearing black Air
Oh,
Force
no,
Ones,
yeah.
Because I know for a fact
he was definitely gonna
that
say,
if
"I
you
do
say
tights,
we're
right?"
in- and given the wonderful women that I surround myself with, like somebody would have got asked if they want to talk about it on the outside of the conversation, because we just know that it is what it is. But it's just like I don't.
No, that's
at the
nasty
end of
as
the
fuck.
day, right? Like at the end of the day, it's not the guy's fault. It's not because again, like you said, it's honestly like you have to, especially when you're from the hood, right? You have to kind of take like the whole situation or like the whole scenery and be like, okay, how am I gonna play out? How do we both survive this?
Right.
So I totally get that. But I think the conversation shouldn't necessarily be whether he was for his girl or not for his girl. The conversation should be like, why do people feel entitled to have to put people in that situation? Because that's disgusting. It's gross.
I think they were baiting him.
Facts.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it if
Absolutely.
they was in some type of gang or
Absolutely.
clique or something and they was baiting him to try
Absolutely.
and
Because he literally went
my
straight
boys,
in the
yeah.
middle. You know what I'm saying?
Then you just got beat up in front of your girl. Then what? What do you do after that situation? You gotta break up.
When the police, no,
Why?
no,
You can't get beat
No,
up.
he said you gotta break up. Wait.
Wait,
Why
he's
you
breaking
gotta
up with
break
her
up?
or she's breaking up with him?
Why
Yo, it just got your relationship gotta end.
It's over.
Why?
Because
It's
you got
over.
shot
What
and
you gonna
you
say?
did that.
What argument do you win after that as a man?
You
Hey,
try.
Yo,
She's
yo,
not gonna
yo,
break up
yo,
with him
honey,
immediately,
honey.
but she's gonna be like, damn,
Yeah.
he ain't tough.
Exactly. Oh, now we gotta get a gun. Now we gotta get a dog. No, clearly not.
He said a dog.
Now we
You
gotta
went from a gun to a dog.
Harvey,
Both.
No, you washing every dish in that house, motherfucker.
Yo, I'm gonna say it again. This is why preface. This is why preface is
Yeah,
why
we
like,
gotta get a dog.
if I lose, that motherfucker won't be hearing out of one side of his ear, out of one side of his head for the rest of his
He's
fucking
stuck on
life.
his ear.
And I will say, my baby got his ass kicked, but at least he got that out his ear. Legit.
You better get that motherfucker.
Yeah, get the
Yo,
Get
bro,
that ear.
the
I'm
last-
so proud of you.
The last time I got to a physical altercation, this dude punched me in the face 3 times, and then I laughed at him, and it scared the dog shit out of him. And he knew, like, maybe he ain't the one.
Yeah,
Did you get his ear?
Huh?
Did you get his ear?
Not today. Damn it.
No, because
Get the ear.
I stopped
Yeah,
myself this
I'm
chick from getting
kiss
punched in the
somebody
face,
out.
and then she was just like, it was just like, yo, dog, like he just, like, you know, but at that point, it's like, yo, dog, I eat punches. I told this one dude, I was
I
like,
was gonna say ears.
this dude, this was before.
Ears too. He said, no, I don't eat them. I just bite them.
Yo, I told Valkyrie the story before. This before me and her started dating, and this dude was like, "I'll fuck you up," and da 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 da. I said, "Dog, I cut myself on purpose. What the fuck you gonna do to me?" And he was like,
Well, that got dark.
So don't do that. Don't cut yourself. It's not nice.
Wait, do you think I would divorce you? And
If you got beat up, Harvey, she not leaving you.
I'm not. Listen,
And
I'm
if you
too,
got
I'm too
beat up,
smart to
she's
put
not
myself.
leaving.
"Maria's not beating me if I get beat up.
I'm not getting beat up in front of my wife.
I let her
Listen.
get beat up. That's something."
Listen, I'm gonna say,
Butt up, right? That's what he said. Butt up.
yo, listen.
Okay, we love.
We
No,
gonna
we
see
fight
down?
together. It's okay.
See?
He doesn't have to fight for my honor. We're fighting together.
Oh, trust me.
My best friend did that to me once. This dude asked me for my number one time when I was like in my 20s. It was before I met old man. And we were at a bar, and this dude, I wouldn't give it to him. So then, you know, he pulled one of those, "you ugly anyway" type of things, right?
You
Like,
gotta love those.
tried to talk shit. I forget what he said. And my best friend's a dude, and he tried to like stand up for me, and I was like, no. In front of the entire bar, I put this man to shame. He looked like he was gonna cry. I was like, "I'll fight you right now in the parking lot. I'll take off my heels. Let's do it. You ever fight a bitch before?"
You want to go?
He was no. He was
Ready to
scared.
go?
I don't care.
Did you guys
My best friend was like, he was like, "What do you even do to that? You can't. What are you gonna do?" I was like, "No."
You see the one with the guy, with the one who,
Fucking right.
the
I
guy
probably
got
thought it was
upset because he was trying to talk to this look in the club setting, and the guy was trying to talk
He
to
threw
this
the drink
woman.
on her?
And she, did you see the hand? She
Yo,
was like,
he was like,
no.
he was
Yep,
like,
that would've been me.
"Nah, look at my drink." Splash. She
Yep.
turned around like,
She's like,
did
"Oh."
he just what? She was like, boom. She threw the drink
right in
on
the
him.
face.
He tried to push her. She stood up and was
She
like,
did.
boom,
Yes.
straight in the face, just dumped
Yes.
him like.
The
You
video
know,
I
I hit him right in the mouth,
Literally.
and nose, on the
Literally.
rich area, like.
Literally.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, look up a video where this one dude beat the shit out of these 3
So wait,
dudes
am
in
I
New York.
an ex? Sorry.
But technically, you kind of are my ex because we've broken up enough times for it to
I
happen.
mean, we're married now, but I'm saying, am I that ex to either, to the others?
All right.
So we're not gonna discuss that.
So-
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
So, no, real talk though. One day I do want to start my own little mask band. I don't know if I have the time and the patience.
No,
for
it's gonna
people.
come soon.
I
Don't
just-
listen to her.
I just want to do the background work. I don't want to do anything with glue or glue sticks or glue guns. I don't do arts and crafts. I just want to get the people together, take the money, find the music, and dance. Because I don't want to be on the truck standing still. I can't stand still. I don't know. Got ADD or something. But anyway,
She hot.
if you want to help me organize a mask band, reach out to me. I'm on the YouTubes.
Pandagasms?
We got
I'm on the
t-shirts
YouTube.
already.
I'm on the
We got
YouTube.
DJs.
But no, seriously. So between
I'm on
Carnival
YouTube.
being a shit show where we need to do better, I don't know who we can collab with to make things better for the community. Because I don't want to see Carnival go away. We didn't have Carnival for a really, really, really long time. I missed it. Glad that it's back, but let's try to find a way that we can keep it. Stop clowning people about their exes.
Stop
their
lying.
past. What are we lying about?
No, the mask people.
Oh, mass scams.
Yeah,
We're over
yeah.
them. Yeah, do better. Just do better overall.
Mhm.
Stop clowning people about their exes. It's their past. We grow, we live, and we learn. What else did we touch base on?
Don't be trying to be a thug in the street.
Yeah, don't
Be
chase
tougher for your
waterfalls.
ladies.
It is what it is.
Be
Stop making-
safe in the
Stop
streets.
making your wallpapers your own face.
Do wallpapers. They're great. Be narcissistic. Be the
Love
best
yourself.
narcissist.
Love yourself.
Love
Yeah,
yourself.
100%.
Ayy.
100%. Love
Love
yourself.
yourself. Hey,
Yeah.
we love you because I love you. Even though I don't know you, but I still love you because people could wake up and hate you. I could wake up and love you. So with that, peace,
I
love,
love
light. See you tomorrow.
Bun!
I love that. I
We
love
gotta
that.
bring Bun back, yo.
We
It's been
do.
a while.